Now, as I progress, a quick look at Boeing and Air India that currently is under fire. Could this tragedy have been prevented? The Air India crash has certainly sent shockwaves across the world. The Dreamliner going down within seconds of taking off, killing 241. Of course, the spotlight now is firmly on Boeing and on Air India. The DGCA has now stepped in with emergency safety checks on all Boeing 787's operations from India going forward. From June 15th, all Indian origin flights must undergo special one-time pre-departure checks. This includes inspections of the fuel system, of engine control, hydraulics, cabin air and takeoff parameters. The new flight control inspection is being added to every transit check. Airlines have 2 weeks now to conduct power tests and must submit a detailed report to the DGCA. The urgency, of course, is because this isn't the first time Boeing's Dreamliner has faced trouble. This year alone, 5 incidents have been reportedly come to light. In fact, globally, there has been instances of engine failures, altitude drops, gear snags and cabin pressure loss. Air India has had a rough history with this very aircraft 787 dating back to a decade. In fact, in 2013, Japan Airlines grounded its 787s after 2 cases of fuel leaks. United Airlines reportedly had a malfunction, a battery malfunction that led to temporary grounding of 787s. India's own Ministry of Civil Aviation has admitted that within 14 months of 787's launch with Air India, the Dreamliner fleet saw 136 glitches and it cost the airline crores of rupees. As the flights had to be grounded, the airline had to find different ways to maneuver. Money was lost during that period. Even last year, December 2024, a Delhi-Birmingham flight suffered a hydraulic leak during landing. Now, the plane had to be towed off, we hear, at that point off the runway, and that also was grounded for over a day. Between 2015 and now, Air India's Boeing 787s have seen 32 instances, from engine shutdowns, gear malfunctions to smoke in cabins and windshield cracks. None of them fatal, of course, until this very crash. And now questions at this point being asked, was this aircraft properly maintained? Were earlier complaints ignored? Why was it cleared to fly if there were any complaints or issues in the first place? In January this year, a whistleblower at Boeing, Sam Salehpour, told the FAA that shortcuts were being taken while assembling the 787s, directly blaming the Boeing management of trying to cost cut. He alleges that engineers were pressured to approve uninspected work and parts of the fuselage weren't joined properly, potentially shortening the plane's lifespan. The investigation particularly is still ongoing. And now with Air India, CEO Campbell Wilson has expressed deep sorrow and regret. The airline has announced 1 crore in compensation for each family member. But of course, family there not wanting compensation want their loved ones back. In fact, Air India also in this mess very well could likely face legal action. Families, especially of foreign nationals, may file class action suits. What about the pilots? Well, some experts say that we should wait before pointing fingers, but we do know, history reminds us, 1989 British Midlands crash, where experienced pilots shut down the wrong engine after a fault. They had no simulator training for that aircraft variant, of course, which is why that human error happened there. But at that point, it came to light that the airline had not carried out training, proper training to ensure their pilots were equipped with that skill. Well, could this be another case of poor oversight then? Did Air India carry out sufficient training of their pilots? The only thing that's certain now is this tragedy did not come from anywhere. It could have certainly been avoided had there been proper checks. Now, what happened? That we've got to wait and watch.
This morning, I visited the crash site and was deeply moved by the scenes. I also met key stakeholders in the government and assured them that Air India is committed to full cooperation with those working on the ground and to the investigations. We know that the investigations will take time, but we will be fully transparent and will support the process for as long as it takes.